start by reflecting on Friday night, of course, what a great turnaround it was and the result for you. And pleasing as well, you're on the right side of late goals coming in.
Yeah, but really pleased to have got the win. I thought a really good game of football. I watched it back. You know, it was a really good game of football. There was opportunities for both teams throughout the game to have scored more goals, but the resilience that the players showed to come back from that, with what's gone recently, quite easily just to think, oh no, here we go again for them players, but they didn't. They responded in exactly the right manner, and full credit to everyone that we managed to score 2 goals in quick succession and then see out a nervy minute towards the end.
There's no better feeling. You've been in that position as a player, now you're in that position as a man. There's no better feeling than winning football matches. But as the season's progressing, are you feeling that there's steady progress being made?
I think that there is progression to be made now. I know people wanted it, everybody wants it to come quicker. I've mentioned recently that I was conscious of the players getting bombarded with messages and it becoming a mess and becoming complicated, and you know, I've made the decision to move it along in the manner in which we have, and you know, I stand by that, and I think there was some proof in some of the work that we've done with the players, but full credit to the players to be able to then go and execute it. What we've got to do now is maintain some consistency.
When you look at it, there's been quite a lot of things that have happened, change at the top, long-term injuries, players going out through suspension. But you're getting in a group where there's the teams are in mid-table in the league positions. How creditable that would be if you could reach that? Is that a target for you?
So we have a target, but it's been an incredible, difficult season for a number of things. But I spoke about not going back to last season. We had to stop the rot in terms of losing football matches, and I think we've done that, drawn way too many. Since I've been in charge, you know, we've drawn too many football matches for my liking. But we want to win as many as we can between now and the end of the season, and try and finish in the best possible place we can, with some work towards next year. But we want to win football matches, and the players shouldn't be geared in towards anything other than what's going to come tomorrow night.
Is that what you're trying to get that message over? You know, you've still got 2 months of the season remaining, that you can't look too far ahead, and you've got to concentrate on the thing that's right up to date, which is games coming up.
Yeah, and the players are playing to stay in the team, so that's their short-term goal, and they're playing to stay in the team. But won't be allowing the players any slack in terms of what we're after on match days. We want to win football matches. We haven't won as many as I like since I've been in charge, so we want to win some football matches. We've taken it in a group of 5 games, and this is the 3rd one in the 5 games. It's going to be a really, really tough test. So for the players, they can't think any further ahead than what's coming in the next game. It's cliche, but the best teams in the world, that's how they do. Man United used to win trophies, and they used to put it in the cupboard as soon as they got home, and they're on to the next one.
You mentioned the test coming up. You've seen one test off. Salford could have gone 4th in the table if they'd have taken away the 3 points on Friday night. Stevenage are coming back. Have had a bit of a hit and miss time, but they bounced back to victory, of course, at the weekend. And then Northampton follows. I know you're spotlighting the one game at a time, but these are clubs that are in the mix for promotion, aren't they?
Yeah, they're bang in the mix. Hit a really good level of consistency. Stevenage, you say they've got inconsistent form. If you measure that compared to how they've gone before, they hit a bit of inconsistency. They're having an absolute great season. Every team that goes and wins as many football matches as the top teams do, they're going to have a little blip now and again. I watched them on Saturday. I thought they were excellent. I thought they were really, really good. Played with lots of energy, played some good football. It wasn't what people sometimes associate with them, but I thought they were excellent. I thought they were good all over the park and worthy winners on Saturday. In fact, they could have scored more goals. So it's going to be a real tough game. And listen, we want to be involved in moving forward. We want to be involved in these games. It doesn't matter where teams are in the league. We want to do the best we can and improve the best we can.
I actually looked at Mike Flynn's after-match interview as well, and he put it blatantly clear that it was, you know, one-way traffic. They came on him straight away. His side could have been 4 or 5 down, he said. Is that what you've got to guard against? You know exactly what's going to come. They're going to be out from 7:45.
Yeah, and we've spoke about the players with what to expect. We've shown them what to expect, and then you've got to deal with it. But you can't deal with it and just keep giving them the ball back and allow them to keep building that pressure and allowing their athleticism to get on top of you. So we know what to expect, like with any game, going into any game like we did with Salford, we knew what to expect in terms of them trying to dominate possession from the back. And we've highlighted that to the players, like we've highlighted what we expect from Stevenage. But they're good players. It's not just hustle and bustle, they're good players. Good management team, so we're going to have to be bang at it with a concentration more than anything.
In the last few weeks, that points tally has improved for you. Your goals for columns improved for you. One man at the forefront of that is Dan Ajayi. 12 goals now for the season. Just missed out, of course, on being the player of the month, but was on the short list. How important is he? And he started every game, I think, for you this season in the league.
Yeah, real credit to him to be available for every game. Touch wood, that continues between now and the end of the season. And he's an honest lad and works hard and gets his reward for his application that he shows throughout training and in the games. Obviously, his goals are massively important to where we are. You take his goals away, hopefully other people step in, but his goals have been massively important. And for him as well to notch up the minutes he's done. He's played in a mixture of positions from the right, from the left, down the middle. But like I say, he's a brilliant lad to work with. He just wants to do well. And you can see that with his smile on his face. He just always has a smile, doesn't he, on his face? And, real credit to him that how he's made himself available for all the games, because it's tough going in League Two. To be available for all them games is really tough going.
There's a lot made of how Crewe have been over the years and the progress of their own players coming through from a very young age, right through to the first team and going on to be internationals and Championship and Premier League players. That we all know about. But when you see somebody like Dan Ajayi who's come to the club, who couldn't get a regular place in previous clubs, is that another good feeling that the club has, that they've improved that player?
Yeah, and we give them a platform to perform on. I think we can do that more than most other clubs because of the numbers we carry. We don't have massive big squads, so we can give them a platform to perform on. Obviously, I back our training sessions against anybody in terms of trying to improve players, and he's one that definitely fills into that category. And taking my manager head off, he's just a really good guy, and I'm pleased that his season's going well.
One final $64 million question, but I don't think you're going to give us an answer. The fans will want him to be here next year, but I suppose that's an ongoing issue, is it?
Yeah, ongoing, obviously, with like everybody who's out of contract. This process started 10 days ago, and it will get sped up over the next couple of weeks in terms of getting feedback from representatives from the players. I like to talk to the players and see what they're thinking, ask them to be honest. But he'll obviously be someone who's in demand, isn't he? He will, there's no point in lying about it. We've got to do everything we can to keep him at the club. I really want him to stay. I think if he gives us another 18 months, I think we can turn him into a player that goes up above the level he could potentially go to. I think if he gives us that opportunity to do that, I think his next move away from me could be a really good one in terms of what standard of league he's playing in.